All right. Hello, 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 hello. Happy Monday and Happy New Year. Um, we are in 2023. And so, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can manifest your desires faster by using your natal energies. And so, if you're new to me or to my page or any of my content in social media, my name is Kay Catrice. I am the Natal Chart Navigator, and I help open minded, ambitious women understand who they are energetically. And then I also give them practical steps on how they can best utilize the energies to manifest their desires faster. Okay, so um, how do you manifest your desires? Okay, if you watched my last live I did, I talked about Venus. Venus is the planet of love, money, beauty, desire, heart's desire. Okay, and so your Venus sign is one way. Um, that's like the main energy that focuses on desire. However, your entire chart wheel, your entire natal chart. There's 12 houses, and each of those houses is a different area of your life. Okay. And so, depending upon what area of life you are looking to make changes in or to manifest, bring things into your reality in, that is the house you want to focus on. Okay. So, if you are new, real quick, what I'm talking about is a natal chart. A natal chart is a snapshot of the sky at your time, date, and place of birth. Okay, and so it the time you need all three for an accurate chart. However, if you don't have the time, you can put like 12 a.m. Um, you put 12 a.m. Some people put 12 p.m. And it'll pull. You can still pull your chart. It's just your chart ruler and your first house, your rising sign. That won't be accurate. Okay, you need the exact birth time for that to be accurate. Um, and plus that sets up your houses, the flow of your houses. So your houses may be off, um, but you will need the time or as close to time as possible in order for your chart to be set up correctly. Okay. So when you are looking at the natal chart, the circular natal chart, okay, say you are wanting to have children, okay, and so on your natal chart, you would go to the fifth house, okay? Now, when you pull your chart, it's whole sign houses, is what I would suggest that you use when you pull your chart because it's easier to read, okay? You might hear, if you are a student of astrology, you may hear um, people say Placidus is the best and this, that, there, and the third. Honestly, I like whole science because it's easier to read and it's easier to teach people how to read. Once you get a little more in depth, and you're good, you can definitely learn how to read a chart using the Placidus house system. However, I suggest starting with whole signs. Okay. So, say you want fifth house is the house of dating, children, romance, casual sex, or sex like when you're just dating. Um, fun is what I call the fun house. Okay, and so you want to look to your fifth house, and you also want to look at the position of your Venus. Okay, um, because again, Venus is love. And so you want to look at where Venus is in your chart, what house it's in, and the sign that it's in. And then you also want to look at your fifth house because the fifth house is the house of children, and to see um, what sign is on that house. And then you also need to look at the moon because the moon represents um, that maternal instinct, the motherly instinct, and the condition of your moon um, is going to be very important when it comes to you wanting to get pregnant. So you do need to look at the condition of the moon. Is it any Does it have any negative aspects to it? You also want to look at your Venus to see if your Venus has any negative aspects to it or not. This is just in your chart. And then when it comes to, wanting to look for a partner, or you have a partner and you want to see how you guys, how your energies will mesh with each other, then you can do what's called get like a synastry reading done, and that will see like the strength of you guys' energies, how they interact with each other. If you're married and you want to do like a composite reading, you can get one of those as well. But you can use your chart, you can use your natal chart to pretty much see any and everything um, within your life, because it is your energetic signature. Okay, and so that's what makes it so different from a lot of um, the different uh, what I want to say, like learning, self development type of things. People don't look at astrology as self development. However, it really is, because it's you. Okay, it's you. It's your energies. And so when you are studying about you and you are learning your energies and you are learning how you operate, it's easier for you to be able to call things into your reality, because remember, the law of attraction, it's all energy, okay? The law of vibration, which is the primary law, which precedes the law of attraction. Once you know, that's all about energy, okay? Your energy, and being on the frequency of what it is that you want in order to attract it to you. And so, if you know what your energetic signature is, um, and that's in any area of your life. I just use children as an example, it's the fifth house, but that can be any area of your life. And so, if you know what energies are there and you study that energy and you understand how that energy works, and then if you have any placements in that house, the conditions of those planets, how those planets work, what they represent in your life, then you are able to call things into your reality with so much more ease than if you are fumbling around going from learning this manifesting technique and that manifesting technique and using water and candle and crystals and all kind of stuff. If once you learn how your energies are set up, then you can definitely manifest and call things into your life with so much more ease and clarity. So I hope you found value in this live. If you did, well, not I hope. I intended for you to find value, and so that's what it is. And so, if you did, share it out so that others may find value as well. Also, I have in the comments, I have the link to Understanding You University. If you want to go and take a campus tour, when you get there, you'll see the section that says you're invited. Take a campus tour of Understanding You University. So you can definitely go through there. I have videos in there that's going to kind of give you a snippet of, what you can expect at the university, and then you can just go from there. And then if you would like to book a 20-minute energy audit with me, where I go over your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and your chart ruler, I have that link in the comments. All right. And so remember that possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, then you can definitely hold it in your hand. And that should make you smile, because you really do create your own reality. Have a good one.